What's going on YouTube, JAILBREAK right here. So in today's video I have great news for those of you who want to jailbreak with the CheckRa1n jailbreak, your iOS 13, iOS 12 and so on the iPhone 10 all the way down to the iPhone 5s. Of course on a Windows computer. Now as you probably know, the official website provides no Windows version and no Linux version for the moment. The CheckRa1n Beta 0.9.5, which is currently the latest version, is only available for macOS. Now aside from Hackintoshes and stuff like that, macOS is only designed to run on an Apple computer, which are quite expensive, so that does mean that the majority of people cannot use the CheckRa1n jailbreak for the moment. Well, today we're talking about a tool that has been released which allows you to jailbreak with the CheckRa1n jailbreak on a Windows computer, or a PC as they are called. The tool was released just a couple hours ago and is called Ra1nStorm. It's available in here, this is the official Twitter handle in here, and if you go ahead here on GitHub it says first release. So what this does? Well, basically this is a tool that allows you to jailbreak with the CheckRa1n your device even if you don't have a Mac. Now the way it does this is actually very complicated, and this is not going to be the final official way to jailbreak with the CheckRa1n on Windows or Linux. This is just a temporary fix so that people can do it. But what this does is actually quite clever. If you have a Windows computer, you probably know that you can mostly dual boot it with no problem. Well, what this tool does is to configure the whole computer for you so that you can just run the macOS version of the CheckRa1n. The way it does that is by actually having you run a tool on Windows which would prepare a Linux environment, a dual boot for you, so your computer will also run Linux at that point. And after it installs that Linux, you just have to boot it and run a tool called Ra1nStorm.run, and that one will complete the installation. Now what that does is to install a virtual machine with macOS running, and also creates all the necessary USB pass-through, which was actually a very big problem. That's why we can't have Linux and Windows versions for the moment for CheckRa1n. Well, it creates that pass-through between the Linux dual boot and a macOS virtual machine, and you will just be able to run the CheckRa1n inside that virtual machine, inside that Linux dual boot, and you will be able to jailbreak your device. I know it sounds very complicated, but it's not. If you ever dual booted your computer with Linux, that's pretty simple. Most of everything that has to be done is done by the tool itself. It installs Linux, it downloads the necessary files, and of course this sets up all the necessary USB pass-through and stuff like that. So mostly all you have to do is to just boot into that newly created Linux, and of course wait for the tool to install macOS inside it and run CheckRa1n once that is done. So the tool is configured so that it does everything for you. Now of course if you never dual booted before, this may be harder, so you may want to wait for the official tool for CheckRa1n, of course for Windows and Linux. But if you are skilled with dual booting, and if you ever did it before and you want to jailbreak right now, then you can definitely try this temporary solution. Now of course if you have any issues, there is an FAQ page in here which tells you how to fix various errors. That's pretty much it guys, thank you for watching. I am GeoSnow. Do not forget to subscribe to stay updated. Until next time, peace out.